Check. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the AfroMattt Show. This is episode number 167. 167. Welcome back. We are here. We are live from an undisclosed location. First off, it's been a crazy week. Tornadoes have been absolutely ravaging the middle of America where I happen to live. So it was one tornado and then the next day another tornado, which thankfully missed, but it has been wild. Power outages. It literally took down one of my favorite burger restaurants of all time. It is sad. It really does make you feel like the end is coming. It almost felt like biblical, like biblic plagues, like tornado after tornado after tornado. I've lived here a long time, and I've never been somewhere where there's back-to-back tornado warnings. Things are not well, and I think the world, and not to get too, hoity-toity. I don't even know if that's like the word for it, but too, out there. But I think the world might know the plague that is on it, if that makes sense. Not to be too kind of like smoking weed and guys, Mother Earth, man, but there's something in the way the world works where it is trying to rid itself. Maybe it's like the natural disasters might be the red blood cells of the earth, and it's trying to like attack. That's why California gets hit with so many earthquakes. Oh god, that's funny. And I know that's dumb because it's like fault lines and like, all this stuff is but guys, let's be honest. Things are unwell here. People are unwell. There is bad juju in the air. Bad juju. That being said, my heart goes out for everyone who, lost their home. I think 8 people died in my area, or I think it was probably like 10 or something like that. 30 people total died from the 2 tornadoes combined over Memorial Day. So I want to just take a moment of silence for them, because it is sad. It is sad when a force of nature destroys you. It makes you feel small, and it makes you feel like a little ant human on a giant ball, which it is. Not to be kind of we're a floating rock in space, F word, but let's get into the news. And I did censor myself there. Thank you. In the news, we're dropping hard F at the beginning of that. That's what we like to see. Alrighty, we are live. Okay, let's get into it. We have big news. This is late-breaking, pressing news. As of 2 hours before recording this podcast, which I am recording on the 30th of, what is it? Is it May? What is it? Yeah, it's May. The 30th of May. As of 2 hours before recording this, I see this headline. Trump, guilty on all 34 counts of hush money trial. Historic first for a former U.S. president. Now, I want to be clear that the only reason that this is a historic first for a U.S. president is because he's the only one who's been tried for this, right? And he's the only president that's hated enough to get this much backing to lock him up, essentially. So I want to say that's probably why. I guarantee almost every president has some sort of hush money situation going. I mean, if you don't think Bill Clinton has hush money, oh God, 34 counts for Trump would look small compared to the hush money situation going on with Bill Clinton. Although Bill Clinton might not have to pay his hush money because he just kills them. So I mean that could be why. I mean same with Barack Obama. I mean apparently every pool boy that works at Obama's place gets mysteriously drowned. It's weird. It is weird. A New York jury on Thursday, which is today, found former President Donald Trump guilty of 34 felony charges for falsifying business records relating to a hush money payment to porn star Stormy Daniels. Dude, imagine this is how you go down. This is how you go down. Banging a porn star and then paying for hush money. I mean, it is gangster shit. It is gangster. By definition, I'm not saying it's gangsta, but it is gangster shit. It's like rap. This is what they're talking about. This is what getting money, fucking bitches. And he's doing both at a record rate. 34 counts, apparently. So Trump, age 77, is the first U.S. president to be convicted of any crime. Wait, what? Wait, I thought Nixon got... Didn't Nixon and Bill Clinton both do crimes like that were publicly exposed? And I'm honestly I'm not too sure what's going on there. But let's continue on with this little let's pretend Trump is the only president that has committed a crime. Let's pretend for the sake of the article here. His sentencing for the hush money case was scheduled for July 11th. But let's see, that's just days before the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. Twice impeached oh my god, where the twice impeached Trump is set to formally confirmed at the GOP's. Yeah, so Trump, who remains free without bail, faces a maximum possible punishment of 4 years in prison for each count, although Merchant is not bound to sentence him to any prison time. Trump is certain to appeal the verdict. Okay. So he's out. So the juice is loose. And what does this mean? So does this mean that he can still run for president? And if not, then is RFK the only other option? Because I am all for RFK being the next president. I mean, guys, we need a buff old man in the office who has an interesting quirk, has an interesting voice. It'll be a new vibe. And honestly, really, this whole presidential election, it's time to get ChatGPT in there. I think it's about time. ChatGPT, type in a prompt, ask ChatGPT, oh, hey, what should I do? Hey, ChatGPT, prompt it with, hey, ChatGPT, you're the president of the United States. What do you think about this bill? And then it'll respond with whatever you want. And you can have it make cool photos and stuff. I think it's just that time. I think it is just about that time where imagine saying you're choosing between the worst of two evils and it's just two different chatbots. Imagine that. Imagine that world for a second. So what's going on with Stormy Daniels? What's she up to? I am a very innocent man, Trump said. This was a disgrace, he said. This was rigged by a conflicted judge who is corrupt. The real verdict is going to be November 5th by people that know what happened here, and everybody knows. Oh, so the real verdict is from the people as they vote. So the campaign for President Joe Biden, in a statement minutes after the verdict, so Joe Biden said the threat Trump poses to our democracy has never been greater. Yeah, there's nothing scarier than someone who poses such a huge threat to democracy that you try to kick them off the ballots. That's pretty scary. Guys, this guy, he poses such a huge threat to democracy. You guys have to choose me. Guys, there's one choice. There's one choice if you want democracy, and that's choosing me, right? There's one choice. You guys realize this is what he's saying is like oxymoronic. Guys, he's a threat to democracy. So we're going to have one person on the ballot. We're going to make it an easy choice for you. You're going to choose for democracy on a one-person ballot. Pick democracy. next time you vote and choose, well, you have no choice but to pick democracy. Sorry. Okay. I don't know if that's how democracy works. Hey guys, if you want democracy, there's only one choice for you. That is, does that even make sense to say it? If you want democracy, there's only one option for you. Because we put the other man in jail. Oopsie. Democracies, guys, he poses a huge threat to democracy. It's terrifying. I don't understand. Like, I'm not like a big Trump guy, but the things that the words people are saying around it are concerning. At the very least, they're concerning. But I mean, this is I guess this is breaking. So there's more to. I guess Trump said that the real vote will happen on November 5th, which is when he's supposed to get elected, which is what he would probably win, because I mean, God, this is God, we're talking about a man who's okay, guys. A jury found him guilty of 34 counts of hush money, which isn't a big deal, guys. It's not rape. It's not anything with a minor. It's hush money, which I think hush money should be completely legal. I mean, right? Isn't it more amoral to take the hush money? Am I missing something here? Like, taking hush money, that seems like your morals are compromised because you're taking a bribe. Like if you paid hush money to a politician, the politician should probably go to jail. Right? Am I missing this whole thing? The hush money situation, like, if I offer you money to be quiet about something, we've entered an agreement. I mean, I don't even understand how this is illegal. And you accepted it. You could have said no and then gone straight to the police. But you took the money. It sounds like she's trying to scam him twice. I mean, this whole thing. I'm not a big Trump guy. I'm just trying to think through this by myself, and it sounds like. I mean, is it really that bad of a thing? Is it really that bad of a deal? So 34 counts. That means he paid Stormy Daniels 34 times. So ideally, let's just assume that the minimum payment was $1,000. Let's just say $10,000. So she made $340,000, probably at the least. And now she's trying to put him. I mean, it sounds like he got in bed with the wrong person. And I guarantee you, there's a lot of girls out there that are taking hush money completely normally and living on a beach, which is what they should be doing. If you are receiving hush money, take it. I mean, why not? Unless I'm missing something here. I mean, he didn't threaten her with blackmail or threaten to kill her if she talked. It's paying people to be quiet, which I think goes on all the time. Is everyone just being paid to be quiet? I mean, I'm not, guys, once again, I'm not a huge Trump guy. I'm just, the hush money thing seems kind of like a weird, like, what's going on here? I thought that's the point. That is the point of banging a porn star. Is, I guess maybe she's blackmailing. Was she blackmailing him? That's what it sounds like, really. It sounds like she's blackmailing him, and he missed one of his blackmail payments. Am I missing something? Is hush money just the other side of blackmail? Like, is Stormy Daniels going to go to jail for blackmail? Guys, once again, we're just working through this in our heads. She's like, yeah, I was asking him to pay me to be quiet. Oh, you mean blackmail? Oh, you mean blackmail. Yeah, but it's hush money. But he was paying me hush money. And if he didn't pay me hush money, I was going to tell the police. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that sounds completely ethical. It sounds ethical. You sound like the good person in this situation, Stormy. You sound like a good person. Pope apologizes after being quoted using a vulgar term about gay men to talk about ban on gay priests. Pope Francis looks like such a dweeb. Like, how do you become a priest? How do you become the Pope? Because I isn't the Pope like chosen like the Avatar or something? Like the Dalai Lama, like they lay out a set of toys or something, and if the kid picks the right toy, they become the new Pope. Doesn't like the Pope, the spirit of the Pope, go into the next Pope? Well, I mean, something else goes into the next Pope from the old Pope, but it is not a spirit. It is not fun. But, I mean, Pope Francis is really trying to shake up Catholicism, and he's kind of bringing a new wave of Catholics, and I guess this includes him saying he apologized about being quoted using a vulgar term for gay men, which is the F slur, hard F, in talk about ban for gay priests. So he's saying, hey guys, is this like a Papa John situation, a Popa John's? Popa John's here? Pope Francis apologized Tuesday after he was quoted using a vulgar and derogatory term towards gay men to reaffirm the Catholic Church's ban on gay priests. Guys, let's be honest. If the Catholic Church banned gay priests, there would be no priests. There would be about 4 priests in all of it. Is he insane? That's like firing your entire staff. That's like working at a gay strip club and saying, "Hey guys, what's the deal with all these F words?" Guys, you have to be straight if you're going to dance here. And then everyone just leaves, and then you're looking at an empty club. And you're like, "Oh shit, everyone was gay. I didn't realize that." If they I mean, what does he think goes on at these churches? I think the Catholic Church has a higher percent of gay situations than the Boy Scouts, which is crazy because it's called the Boy Scouts. They're literally scouting for boys. The ruckus that ensued underscored how the church's official teaching about homosexuality often bumps up against the unknowingly reality that there are plenty of gay men in the priesthood. Yeah, I'd say plenty. And plenty of LGBT Catholics who want to be full part of the life sacraments in the church. Vatican, you know what they should just do? Like, remember when it was back to Martin Luther King, the OG Martin Luther King, the one who stapled the 99 Theses on the wall, that on the door. They should go back to that time, because then you could if you paid enough money, you could get away with any sin. It's like, yeah, if you just pay me 10%, you can do so. Here's the 10% package. Here's what they, guys, I'm going to be, what is it, Don Draper from Mad Men? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to rebrand Catholicism, and we're going to enter a new modern age. We're gonna bring a new modern vibe. We're gonna bring packages, right? We're gonna have the A tier, the B tier, and the C tier package, right? The C tier is the lowest package, 10%. 10%, you can get away with minor sins. We're talking minor sins. We're talking petty theft, 5-finger discount at Walmart, right? Things that you may or may not, feel guilty about, right? Maybe hitting your sister, hitting your wife, maybe we move that to B tier. Tiny little things. Lying, white lies, C tier, right? So we're offering the C package. Now, you might be interested in the B package. Now, the B package, we offer the medium tier sins. So you can get away with these sins and you will be fully absolved of all these sins. In the B package, we include, masturbation. We large theft, not grand theft, but anything over $50 multiple times, full face, bold face lies, stuff like this in the B package. Now listen here, Mr. Edwards. You're going to love C, B, and you get both of them if you go with A. So I'm going to show you the A package. I'm not going to ask you to sign anything right now. You can always take these packages home and talk with your wife. But in the A package, a lot of people like this first line, and this is where I would take a highlighter, and this is when I'm going for the close. I'm going for the close. You can be gay. You can be gay fully with the A package. Now this is only 15% of your package. Now did I mention that you get both the A, the C, and the B tier with the A package? So this is really an all-encompassing package. You can get away with a lot of sins with this one, and you'll go straight to heaven. We need to start bringing this back, and we need to organize it in a more modern and interesting way. A VIP package. You get to sit at the best pews. We have a VIP section now at the pews with, nice armrests. That little thing that with the whatever that shit is that flips down. You can come during peak hours and cut the line during, whatever, the communion or lots of cool benefits to this. Now, I know you have to talk it over with the wife, but can I get your number and I'll call you tomorrow? We're talking about modern Catholicism. They need to bring it back because there's a lot of gay people. We're going to a new modern age. So for 15%, small penance, tithe. That's a tithe. This is the tithe package. We're bringing back tithe. We're bringing back tithe. Italian media on Monday had quoted unnamed Italian bishops in reporting that Francis jokingly used the term, okay, I'm going to quote here, guys, faggotness, while speaking in Italian during an encounter. He had used the term in reaffirming the Vatican's ban to allow gay men to enter the seminaries and be ordained priests. That's funny. He's still throwing around hard F. He's like, we don't want it to be, we don't want too much. We don't want too many of them. God, this is a long article. I mean, I really even need to read all this. Holy shit. The late psychotherapist Richard Sipe, one-time Benedictine monk who taught the U.S. cemeteries, estimated that in the early 2000s, nearly 30% of the U.S. clergy was homosexual. Guys, I'm telling you, they're almost all gay. Almost all of them. Not that there's a problem with that, but I'm just saying the numbers are pretty huge. There's a lot of altar boys who get goosed. It is what it is, and it's I mean, yeah, if you got rid of every single gay person, he would have no employees. All right, let's just continue. Let's continue on with some Taylor Swift news. Homeless sent out of city to make room for Taylor Swift fans. A number of homeless people have been sent out of Edinburgh to make way for tourists ahead of Taylor Swift's performance. Awesome. Shelter Scotland said several homeless people it supports have been sent via taxi. Oh, God. To Aberdeen and Glasgow amid a shortage of accommodation. And one person was offered temporary accommodation as far away as Newcastle. So, essentially what they're doing, they're saying, hey, guys, imagine, how do you, whose job is this, by the way? Whose job is it to be like, I don't know what you do. Do you throw out a dollar bill on the end of a fishing pole and just slowly wheel it in a little bit, or I guess reel it in just a little bit, and then you push him into the taxi, and then you just tell the taxi, go in Edinburgh, where Aberdeen, take him to Aberdeen, drop him off, I don't care where, get him out of here. I don't know. How do you convince a homeless man to get? I don't know if you've ever talked to a homeless man. Maybe they're different in Scotland, but I think it would be hard to tell them to do anything. You can't even tell them to get a job, because guys, newsflash, they're homeless. They don't want jobs. A lot of them don't even want jobs. And can you blame them? Can you blame them? Homeless people have found out some secret hack that none of us have, and it's that they're sort of a Buddhist kind of lifestyle. No earthly attachments. They live in the woods. I've seen them. I've seen them in the woods. They have tents. All right. So let's see what's going on. Taylor Swift will be playing at three nights in Edinburgh's Murrayfield Stadium next month. Hundreds of thousands of fans will flock to the city. Competition for hotels will be fierce. Also, if you're a homeless person, so put yourself into the shoes of a homeless person. Okay? Now, first off, try not to get gangrene. Now, now that you're in the shoes of a homeless person and you can smell them, and your toes poking out the front, I imagine it's one of those boots that they reel up from the from like a lake in a cartoon. It's like one of those fat old-fashioned boots with like the lip up. Yeah, you're wearing so put yourself in the shoes of a homeless person. You get shoved into a taxi and you get dropped off in the middle of a town miles away. My first thought is going to be, your first thought is going to be, where can I score here? Your next thought is going to be, how am I going to get back? Because first off, you have no money, and if you hop into a taxi, I doubt a taxi is going to even stop for you. And guys, this might be in the middle of nowhere. They might just be dropping off at like weird towns in the middle of, like, where is this? Newcastle? I guess maybe Newcastle's big. Maybe they have taxis, but I mean, I want to imagine taking a taxi from Aberdeen to back to your home at Edinburgh. I can't imagine that's cheap, although I say home loosely. It's where you reside, your zone. Like, are they just, can you do this? Can you do this with homeless? Like, is this something we should start investigating? Start shoving some California homeless people and shipping them out to Canada. Honestly, let's put them in Canada. Let's get those buses rolling. Canada needs to start feeling this. Honestly, Canada might actually appreciate this because it will lower the value of the homes. Wow, homeowners in Canada will not like this. Canada people buying a home will be cheaper. First-time home buyers, you want homeless people near you. Bring homeless people. Invite homeless people into a neighborhood you want to buy in. This is honestly the best advice I can give you is, if you want to buy a property, increase the homeless population. Drive them in. You need to go deep CIA undercover as a homeless person and lead them to the promised land like you're Moses. You need to, do the trick with the snake, turn the snake into wine or whatever, perform tricks. Just don't get addicted to crank or anything. Just try not to go too undercover, but try to keep it chill. But lead them and tell them and get up on a soapbox and say, I know of a place. It rains manna, and there's rivers of honey, and they're all like looking at you, and they're like, "What? That sucks." And you're like, there's rivers of fentanyl." And then they're all, "Oh, whoa! It rains fentanyl. Oh, where is this place? Where is this?" Okay, now you're listening. Now that I've got your attention, it is 4 blocks down that way, and please, guys, let's keep it between 5th and 6th Street. Just reside there, right? There's a couple open houses. I've been trying to get the prices reduced. That's how, guys, if you want a good deal, become homeless. What am I saying? Okay, let's continue. Let's continue on with the news. Oh, this is good. This man showed up to court. This man was... I'm just going to play the video because this is just...
Or calls case, People versus Corey Harris.
I'm on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
So this is like a Zoom court. I guess all court is just in Zoom now, which is, I guess, good. Although, can you show up for jury duty in Zoom?
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present via Zoom.
Should be present via
Mr.
Zoom.
Harris?
Mr. Harris, what's up, dude? Mr. Harris is driving.
Are you
his car.
driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Wait.
This is so good. This is literally like a. This is straight out of an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
So the judge is reading the papers right now?
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended?
So the case is driving without a license.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving. And
he showed up to the Zoom while driving.
he didn't have a license.
So he videotaped in proof of him not driving. Of him.
Is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his
Yes.
record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
He's just looking around the courtroom like, seriously? Pretty cut and dry, I would assume. Look at the guy's face. The guy's face at the bottom. He's like, oh, shit. Fuck.
I don't even know why he would do that. I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter.
I don't even know
Defendant
why he
is
would...
to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
He's got to turn himself into the... He has to turn himself into the police station. Or he's going to have a warrant out for his arrest. Look at him. He's like, oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Harris, I'll be giving you a call.
Mr. Harris, that's his defense
Okay.
attorney. Mr. Harris, I'll be giving you a call. She picks up the phone, calls him, and says, you're a retard. Are you retarded? I didn't know that you were retarded. I didn't know I was representing an actually mentally disabled individual. That should be her case, guys. We got to reduce his case because he is literally on the spectrum. I mean, Jesus Christ. Showing up to your own hearing for a driving without a permit, without a license, via Zoom while driving. That's good. That's good. That's real good. All right, next news segment. Then we'll get on to TikTok maybe? I don't know. Walgreens joins Target, Amazon, and Walmart in announcing steep summer price cuts. Guys, this is what we want. We want price cuts coming down. Let's reevaluate. Let's look at this through another angle. And let's retitle this headline of this news article. Breaking news. Walgreens joins Target, Amazon, and Walmart in announcing that they purposely gouged you for a long time. Walgreens joins Target, Amazon, and Walmart in announcing that they're no longer fucking you in their in your asshole, and you're not shitting in your open mouth. Hey guys, we're joining Walmart, Target, and Amazon. We're not gonna shit in your mouth anymore. You're welcome. Hey, come on down. Come on down to Walgreens, where we don't shit in your mouth. anymore. Walgreens is cutting prices on more than 1,300 items. Guys, I looked at a pack of magic cards. I got a pack of magic cards. I brought it to the front of the register, and it rang up as $15. $15 for a single pack of magic cards. I mean, Walgreens, what's going on, man? Do you need money? Do you need help? Are you okay? Are you into drugs, Walgreens? Dude, we can talk, Walgreens. You're pretty chill. You have good candy. You have good candy selection. You come in clutch next to, next to movie theaters. I can always rely on you to be close to a movie theater when I need moderately priced candy. Walgreens. I didn't know that things were this bad. Joining a slew of big box retailers slashing prices to boost sales amid persistent inflation. So Target announced on May 20th, and the White House took credit for the discounts. Great. Saying that the statement on X, formerly known as Twitter, President Biden called for grocery chains making record profits for consumers. They're answering the call. So yeah, so all these grocery store chains have been making record profits, and Joe Biden, maybe this is like one of the best things Joe Biden has done this year. He said, "Hey guys, how are you guys making record profits and it still costs fucking $8 to buy eggs? You know how many eggs come in that? That's 12 eggs. You are $4 away from paying $1 an egg. Are you guys okay with that?" I mean, this is crazy. He's pretty much what's been happening for the last however long this has been going on is they've been shitting in your open mouth. Target is cutting 5,000 popular items to push. Yay! Look at this news article. Target is cutting prices on 5,000 popular items to push and drive sales amid stubborn inflation. Hey guys, we're not inflating, we're deflating this summer. Come in for our deflation prices, aka not shitting in your open mouth prices. Guys, this is our normal prices. This is what every year at Black Friday has turned into, where it's like, oh yeah, you can buy a PS4 for $400 instead of $599. Enjoy. It's like, okay, I didn't want to pay an entire month's, 2 months worth of insurance payment on my car for a gaming console. Are you crazy? 1 billion. That's how much money Target lost on Monday's early trading session. Wow. Whoa. Target lost 1 billion? That's funny. That's good. The company's shares were down 1.3%. This is crazy. So 1.3%, that sounds so small, but that is equivalent to $1 billion for the company. Target sales were down 1.6, which is $1.7 billion in 2023, marking the first revenue decline in 7 years. The weaker revenue was partially attributed to lower visitor numbers during the year, thanks to inflation and stiff competition. Guys, I'm going to be honest. If you are looking for groceries and you want to save money, go to Aldi's. Aldi. I think it's just called Aldi, but I call it Aldi's. Go to Aldi's. They have the best. They have a good selection of stuff shipped in from Germany, like good cheese, good alcohol. They've got good breads, fresh produce, frozen foods. They've got some like taquito things, like they're those little microwave taquitos, bussin'. And they're all you can fill up a whole cart for less than, buying 4 bags of Takis at Walmart. And they actually do sell Takis at Aldi's. So I mean, go crazy. They have it's called like Red Mountain or something like that. It tastes just like Red Bull, and it's like $1 a can. If you have the ability to go to an Aldi's, just go in there. It's kind of like a weird. It feels like you're in, the back rooms, like you're in a liminal space. You're like, whoa, the prices are so cheap. You get sticker shock. You think they're scamming you somehow by giving you low prices. I'm not sponsored by Aldi's. I sound like I'm sponsored by Aldi's. I wish I was. Trust me, I wish I was. But I mean, you think they're scamming you? You're like, what? You're like, what? $1 for a pound of chocolate? What are you putting in this? And then you read the ingredients, it's just chocolate. And you're like, oh, this is just how things are supposed to be. Like, Aldi's is like how it's supposed to be. Stop giving Walmart and Target your money. But it sounds like people already are stopping giving the money. I hope Aldi's gets more money because it's a family business, I think. It's not publicly traded, so they're not beholden to shareholders. They're beholden to customers and providing care and shit like that. So it's what we like to see. Yeah, sorry. We're scamming you. That's the craziest thing to announce is, hey guys, we're gonna lower our prices because we know inflation is going higher, but we're lowering our prices. You know what that tells me straight away? You're a retard and you're an asshole and you're trying to fuck me every chance you get. Notorious This is a new unrelated article. Notorious bad breath rapist captured in California amid decades on the run. The hunt is over for the so-called bad breath rapist, who has been on the run for decades. Massachusetts State Police confirmed Tien K. Lee was taken into custody near Oakland, California, Tuesday morning. Lee took off during his trial in 2007 and was convicted of rape and kidnapping. He was ultimately identified by his DNA and by his foul breath. A $10,000 reward for his arrest was offered last year. Police said was living in a multi-million-dollar home with a woman for the past 15 years. Investigators said the woman never knew who he really was. Someone like this can land. How does someone like this find a woman to let him live in a multi-million-dollar home? I mean, he was living the good life for the past 15 years. I mean, jeez. My guy was living large. But, so, I mean, apparently, how do you even catch this guy? I mean, was his breath really that bad? All right. Let's get on to TikTok time. All right, let's start up this TikTok time. All right. Jeez, I'm sinking into this couch. All right. Jeez, this is loud. Okay. There we go. All right, we got the music out of the way. Let's start off with, we have actually a lot of TikToks. Let's start off with a Donald Trump and then go to an RFK because it's getting close to election season. I like to see what's up.
Here as well as rapper Chef G. Does everybody know Chef?
I don't know Chef G, but
where
this is him
he?
at the Bronx. He's at the Bronx. There's Chef G.
One thing I want to say, they always gonna whisper your accomplishments and shout your failures. Trump gonna shout the wins for all of us. Make America great again.
I don't know why I always think it's so funny when rappers start endorsing Trump. Like they start wearing, like when Kanye started wearing all that MAGA hat stuff was the funniest shit I've ever seen. I don't know why it's so funny. I guess mainly because it's like you wouldn't ever expect a rapper to be like really into politics at all, because they're like, they're rapping about banging bitches and getting money and stacking bread and getting M's, right? And killing and raping maybe. But when they start endorsing Trump, it's just so funny to me.
Shout your failures.
They're gonna shout your failures.
Trump gonna shout the wins for all of us. Make America great again.
Thank you, fellas.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Where's my African American? Thank you very much. I love them. They love me. Their kind loves me.
That's where I like those teeth. I want to find out where you did. I got to get my teeth like that.
Dude, if Trump got grills, it'd be so sick.
I want that to happen to me.
Oh, God. That would be so funny. Honestly, if Trump got grills, it would be over. If he posted one video of him like this with the grills on, it would be done. It would be over. Although I can already imagine my grandpa.
I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and I'm here in Conifer, Colorado.
Did you see what Trump did? Trump got those black people teeth. I don't know what that's.
About to do this zip line, and we're gonna say between here and when I get.
I always like to see RFK's always doing something interesting. Like he's doing 50 push-ups in 5 seconds or whatever. He's doing he's boxing. Like this guy's shredded. I think he's on maybe like steroids or something because he's shredded. Dude's absolutely ripped. He's got like a full six-pack at 78 years old. But here he is doing a zip line, and he's doing the amount of time, like how much debt does the country go into in a zip line? So
between here and when I get to the end of it, how much does the national debt increase?
So the debt is at $34 trillion. I didn't even know the debt was that high. Who are we in debt to? Also, I might be crazy, and I'm no economist, and also I don't believe in economists, so there's that. But am I right to assume that debt only goes up everywhere, right? Because the principal interests, you can never pay off the principal interest, so our debt only goes up. But conversely, we have debts to other people. Other people have debts to us. So we could all, if all the countries just agreed to do a balance check on everyone's debt, we could all just go back to whatever the minimum is, you know? Like if Egypt owes China, China owes us, we just look at what Egypt owes China and then just lower everyone's debt by that. Right? Am I stupid, or could we just do that? Could we just like get together? Like what are they doing at the UN except, if not just balance checking? Okay, they all sit at the table. Okay, so you owe me $5. I owe him $5. He owes that guy $5. He owes him $5. Hey guys, hey, how about I give you this $5 and we just pass it along, and then everyone's debt's complete? Am I wrong here? It just ends up at that guy, and he keeps his $5 bill, but we've all passed it along. And it's as it passed, it's wiped all of our debts. Right? There's got to be some sort of algorithm that we can. Am I wrong? Am I wrong here? Am I thinking about debt completely wrong? These numbers have to be somewhere. They can't just be that. We can't be $35 trillion in debt. I know that for a fact. I mean, that's not even real money at that point. It's like fake. Like, what does that even mean? 34 trillion? There's not even 34 trillion. That's so much money. That is so much money. There are 9 billion people in the world. That's more debt than. That's like what? What you'd have to multiply by 10,000 for. You have to multiply $1 per person 10,000 times to do a trillion. Yeah. Okay. My bad. 10 trillion. So while he's on the zip line, he's been on the zip line probably what, 30 seconds? Yeah, 29, 30 seconds. Zip lines are really fun. This one looks cool. Probably in Colorado or something. There he is. 837,000, which seems small, but that was 30 seconds, and that's happening all day, every day, while you're sleeping, while you're awake, while you're shitting. $800,000 in debt to something. Who knows where? That's money is. It's just fake. It's just like floating around out there for people to catch with giant brooms. You know. I don't know. Oh, I did want to cover this because this is, guys, I did want to mention, I'm sorry I waited till the very end, but because this is important to me. I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I believe Israel has succeeded in destroying pretty much all of Palestine. They're making one final stand at Rafah. This is what I believe. This is what I've seen. This is what I've heard. And everyone says it's all over the place. All eyes on Rafah, which I assume is like the last place Palestinians have to. That's where they're at, and that's where Hamas is at, because that's the only place left that's not been blown up to smithereens. So everyone's saying all eyes on Rafah. Everyone knows this is a horrible thing. Now, I do want to preface this by saying I'm not pro-Hamas. Hamas is a terrorist group. I am anti-Israel though. No, I am anti what Israel is doing, which is blowing up a group of people one day at a time. Every day. They say you get 1% better every day, and Israel is really taking that to the extreme. So, but here's a picture of Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley is this bitch. Apparently the governor of Arizona, and here she is signing her name on almost a nuke. This is a missile. I heard these yellow ones in the background are white phosphorus, which is banned by the Geneva Convention and is a war crime. So that's a lot of war crimes in the background, which I'm sure they will never use. They just have them to look cool. They just have them in the background to look cool. They're not going to use them. But here she is signing her name onto a missile. And what did she say? What did she write on it? She said, "Finish them!" ! America, heart Israel. Always, Nikki Haley. So this is another level of evil that I didn't even think was possible by a human being. This is like cartoonishly. This is like not even. The reason you have never even seen this in a post-apocalyptic movie, on a episode of Black Mirror, on a book about the apocalypse. The reason you've never even seen this is because this is too evil even for books. This is more evil than fiction. She wrote on a missile, signing it. She said, "Finish them!" ! America, heart Israel. I mean, Nikki Haley, this bitch, we gotta launch her into the sun. This is like, that's like Joker level evil. That's like a gun that goes, pointing a gun at someone, and then you pull the trigger, and a flag that pops out that says bang, and then out of that flag shoots an actual bullet. Like, it's like being like joking about killing is still killing. Like, what? Why are you doing this, Nikki Haley? What's going on? Someone launch her into the sun with a giant catapult, a trebuchet. Just launch her into the sun. She doesn't need to be here anymore. She's unwelcome. All right, let's watch one more. This guy on TikTok, which is pretty funny.
I say the N-word. I can't even pretend to.
This guy is white, by the way. He is white. And, this went pretty viral. I think it had like 100 likes, and I think this might be a trend. People might start getting in front of some of the things.
I say the N-word. I can't even pretend at this point like I don't say it. I've been listening to so much rap music since I was a fucking kid that it's just ingrained in my vocabulary at this point. I also played basketball my whole life. There's nothing I can fucking do about it at this point. And the reason I'm telling you this is not to like say sorry or anything like that, because I don't really care. But it's because I've been getting recognized a lot more lately. I don't know why, but it has been happening. And if somebody like happens to film me and I'm listening to a song, or like a song is playing at whatever event I'm at, and the song happens to have the N-word and I'm mouthing the lyrics, you're gonna see me say it, right? Because I think the fucking most corny thing in the world is every time the N-word pops up, people go like this, or they don't say it. It's like,
Yeah, that is corny. That is true. If you are rapping and the N-word, first off, you're listening to rap. So when you're listening to rap and you know all the lyrics, you have to go all out. I'm sorry, you have to go all out. If you love the song, if you love a song, you have to do it justice. I'm sorry, that's just how it is.
it's in the fucking lyrics, just say the word. But again, I'm not saying this because I want to like say like, oh, I got a problem, I'm sorry, because that's not I
He's
don't
like,
care.
no, guys, I'm not
The
gonna
reason
stop.
I'm telling you this is because it's bound to happen. So I'm preparing you now, okay?
I'm going.
It's gonna happen. There's gonna be.
He's like, look, if you're watching this, I'm going to say the N-word around you. I'm warning you. This isn't an apology. This is a warning. He's a public warning. This is a public warning to everyone.
Something out there of me saying it, and now it's more evident than ever that it's gonna happen. So I'm just letting you know. Anyway,
You
happy
just get out in
Memorial
front of
Day,
it.
sir.
Nice, dude. Which I appreciate. And guys, I'm going to say this. I'm getting recognized more often than ever. I've said the F word. And I use gay in a derogatory meaning. Not towards someone, towards a thing. You know. It is what it is. I'm not apologizing. I say retarded all the time. It's going to happen. If you're around me, it's going to slip out. This isn't an apology. It just happens. All right, let's watch one more video. Oh, this guy. This guy might be killed soon.
Oil made from plastic waste. Hey.
So this guy has built a machine. And this guy is, I don't know how he did this, but he has a giant machine with all these pipes and tubings, and it boils and heats and shreds.
Take a look at what I made here.
So he made oil.
This is oil I made from plastic waste. Come, let's see how I made it with this machine here.
So he's shredding plastic into like little tiny grains. So now he's got the grains.
For microwave pyrolysis in particular, we have to
Microwave pyrolysis.
mix the plastic with carbon that we actually make from the process as well. So
he's making.
it's not an extra cost.
Wow. Okay, wait. So he actually makes carbon from. So carbon is a byproduct of this machine, and he mixes it with it. I mean, that's crazy.
Now let's turn it on.
This thing looks like a fucking particle collider.
After some time of the machine being turned on and the temperatures rise.
This is like that guy that said that he made a there was a guy, also a black man. He used to be a security guard, and he said that he made an engine that runs off of water, H2O. Somehow it separated the oxygen from the hydrogen or whatever, and hydrogen is flammable, so you can ideally run an engine off of it. I assume my physics teacher said no, that it's impossible, but that was when I was in 8th grade, right? But that guy's dead. And every person who ever says that they make a water... Hey, guys, if you want us to think that they're crazy, why do you kill them? Like, why kill them? That's the part I don't understand. Like, the powers that be, they're like, guys, it's impossible to create a water engine. Look at this guy. Look at all these guys. Every time they do it, they die. So, therefore, it's impossible to make a water engine. Stop trying, guys. Stop trying. It's impossible. Oh, hey. So he's made
We
oil.
also get natural gas made from plastic waste, an amazing product that can run a generator that will run this machine itself. Take a look at that beautiful, clean-burning, smokeless flame.
Yeah. So I don't know how real that is because, of course, it's a TikTok. But if it is, this guy should have a very good security team. He's probably already being watched by the CIA, FBI, probably Ford, General Motor, Castrol, what is it, BP? This guy's probably got 1 billion targets on his back. He's sleeps with one eye open, guaranteed. That being said, thank you everyone for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please share with a friend. If you didn't, tell me why you didn't in the comments below. And remember, thanks for listening. Goodbye.